Welcome to this channel of dark, thrilling story readings from beyond the grave.
Welcome to today's story, The Tragedy of the Madrid Bridge. Everyone in town knew about that place. Everyone who lived in surrounding towns knew about that bridge. Why? It was one of the biggest disasters to ever happen around here, and yet no one really knows about it. Small, isolated incident back in the 1960s. Small, but the tragedy was big. 89 people died that night, and it was such a loss that even today people still visit their lost relatives there. It happened July 20th, 1962. Madrid Bridge connected 4 towns together, and it was what bonded us as a small community county. Every July 20th, the surrounding towns would come to the bridge and have a huge cookout. Music and entertainment would be available for everyone. It was to celebrate togetherness and just being around one another in peace. Children's laughter, happy couples riding the Ferris wheel, games and concessions, and even people just having open fire barbecues. There was rarely any violence around these towns because everyone just knew everybody. It was fun times we'd have every year at that bridge. All the 4 mayors of each town would just sit and have an opening ceremony of the get-together. So much fun and joy. But that night, as everyone was having their time off and dancing, partying, shooting firecrackers, just enjoying themselves, there was a sudden loud snapping sound which stopped over 200 people in their tracks. Even the music stopped, and you could hear the whispers amongst each other, thinking it was nothing, and things just assumed back to normal at the party. Suddenly a loud crack, louder than the first, broke through the air, and one whole side of Madrid Bridge slightly sloped. Everyone started to panic as they all started to scatter to one side and running to either end of the bridge. People hanging off the side, holding on for dear life as they looked down at the 100-foot drop, down into the shallow waters. The bridge side got lower and lower as everyone screamed in fear. Women, children, and the fathers of them clung to one another as the sound of metal bending, stone cracking loudly, could be heard right under their feet. The concrete suddenly gave out from underneath the center of the bridge, sending people falling to their demise. More and more the bridge rocked and lowered by the second. People struggled the more it gave. Others tried to run from their fall, grabbing onto what they can. Suddenly, the whole half of one side of the bridge fell. Many people fell, say about 150 fell down into the waters, along with twisted metal and rock that was meant to hold them up. You could hear nothing but screams, sounds of clashing hitting the bottom of the chasm, crying and yelling as these people fell, which seemed like forever to happen, almost as if in slow motion. You could see the bodies of them falling and screaming echoing down the wide river. 89 dead, 30 bodies were never recovered. The towns all came together later that month and held a vigil for the lost. At each end of the bridge, candles and bonfires lit up the surrounding trees from townsfolk. The silent sound of their weeping is heard, almost eerie at the night, but the mourning was much needed. Years go by, and the once celebrated bridge is now a place of vigil and memory. Every year, the towns come for the fires and have small feasts in honor of them. 2022. Over time, there have been people that come to see what's left of the one side of Madrid Bridge. Visitors have sworn to have met people when crossing the bottom half of the bridge and talked to them, and the next second, just disappear like mist in the wind. Many stories of ghosts being seen, screams echoing loudly, sometimes even the sound of children crying, laughing, and even been seen playing around the ruins. Ghost hunters have come and gone, and after experiencing what happened here, leave with deep emotions of sorrow and despair. People even leave crying uncontrollably, saying names of people they didn't even know. Madrid Bridge is one of the lesser known tragedies and can be found if you look hard enough. And if you're an adventurous type of person, then definitely explore. But explore with great caution. They say spirits of Madrid Bridge do like visitors, but they will fill you with more emotions than you were ever meant to handle.